Hey there, my sports fanatics. It's your host with the most, Team Rai Rai, and we have a special podcast edition. We'll discuss what's this about. My friend, go ahead and tell you who you are and plug your thing. Your social media. That's what I want to say.
All right. Hey, this is Tony Kegger. You can follow me on Twitter at Tony Kegger.
Okay, now we are going to discuss about the former Bulls head coach just got fired on Thursday is Tom. Um, so he'd been with the Bulls for 5 years, and frankly, Tony, it was 5 great seasons. He never got over the hump. That really sucks. Um, in my eyes, this is just my eyes. I think he played the players too hard because look at Derrick Rose got injured left and right. He's a former MVP. Gibson got hurt, and it's just a total mess. So, my viewers, what's your thoughts? My special guest Tony, what's your thoughts on this whole matter?
I don't like it, but I guess it had to be done because, Paxton and Gar Forman, I guess Jerry Reinsdorf too, they all, wanted to move on. They wanted to get rid of thibodeau and get a new coach and, whatever. They were never be able to work together, so we had to go, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
It just sucks. It just makes me mad. Every seasons it's been great. They never won a freaking championship. They had a great series against Boston. Was it '08? I think he's the coach at the time, right? Oh, no, sorry. He coached the Bulls 2010. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Boston was good. He was actually on Boston for that series.
Yeah, he was there with Boston.
Yeah, so he was kind of there. Wrong team.
Yeah, but he's better than Vinny. Vinny was before Tom. It just makes me mad. He never beat LeBron in Miami or in Cleveland. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what's a friend at work made a good point
What?
about how this happened with Doug Collins back in the day, where Doug Collins was a good coach, but he could never get the Bulls far into the playoffs, and Michael Jordan was mad when Doug Collins got fired because he didn't want Doug Collins fired.
Yep.
And then the whatever Phil Jackson,
Yeah.
And Golden State did the same thing. Mark Jackson, Golden State, great coach for Golden State. They fired him, and they bring in Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, leads them to the NBA Finals now. So
Yeah. Go figure.
maybe this will work out.
Can you imagine if Doug Collins took the Bulls to the championship? Do you think it will be possible if it was Doug Collins instead of Phil?
Yeah. I wonder because Phil Jackson's won 11 championships, but
Yeah.
he's had Michael Jordan, he's had Scottie Pippen, he's had Kobe Bryant, he's had Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a lot of good talent, so it's hard to say is he really that good of a coach or he just had a lot of great players, coaching. He coached.
I think he's just overall good coach and good players. But back
Yeah.
about Tom Thibodeau, I can't really pronounce his name. Did I say it correctly? His last name?
I just call him Tibbs.
Yeah, Tibbs. Okay, he's 57 years old, and he's born January 17th, 1958. Probably no one gives a shit, but I just want to give my theories. He was assistant defense coach for the Boston Celtics. Am I correct?
Yeah, he was the assistant head coach for the Boston Celtics. Yeah.
Yeah, and
He's
then,
Doc Rivers' right hand man.
and I think he was a free agent. I don't know how that came about. Of course, Bulls fired Vinny, and they picked up Tom Tibbs, and the defense really improved. The offense looked way better than Vinny had it. Do you agree with that or no?
I'm not sure if the offense got better. I mean, part of the offense being better was because Derrick Rose was a much better player when Tibbs started coaching, and
Yeah.
when Vinny was there, he was pretty much like a rookie.
Yeah. And then this past offseason, they signed Paul Gasol. That really helped out.
Yeah.
He got injured. What game 4 and 5? Am I correct, Tony?
Um, he got injured in game two. He left game three and then didn't play game 4 and 5.
See,
So he,
that really hurt us in
yeah.
the second round against Cleveland. If he was freaking healthy, I guarantee we Bulls could beat Cleveland. But whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you saw how good he played in game one when he's healthy. So
Oh hell yeah!
yeah,
But
the game one was when he was healthy. He played good.
you got Derrick Rose. He was healthy for the first time since when he won the MVP. And speaking of that game, Bulls were the number 1 seed against the number 8 seed, and Tibbs was a dumbass. They kept Derrick Rose in that game, and he got injured, and he was out for the rest of the playoffs. And Bulls should win that game. They should win that freaking series, but it happens in sports, you know.
Yeah.
So I think Tom Tibbs was gonna get fired regardless, you know, if they beat Cleveland or not. But if they beat Cleveland and then win the championship, do you think it would be a different outcome?
About him getting fired or not?
Yeah, if Bulls beat Cleveland and they went to the NBA Finals to face probably Golden State, do you think Bulls could still win the championship? Or what?
Um, See, I'm not even sure they would be Atlanta. I'm guessing they would be Atlanta, but Atlanta's. I'm not sure. I know Cleveland swept Atlanta, but who knows if the Bulls would have done the same. But yeah, if the Bulls got to the finals, I think they were just going to beat down by Golden State.
Oh yeah, it'd be a sweep. Then Tibbs would get fired regardless, you know.
Well, yeah, Cleveland's head coach, he might get fired, even though they made it to the finals, because he's just terrible. David Blatt, he's awful.
Yeah.
So he might get fired.
Maybe. But let's get back with Tibbs. I mean, it sucks. 5 freaking years, great seasons, never a losing season, always made the playoffs, but they could never get over the damn hump. It's always a 4th seed or the 5th seed, but before that, they got knocked out first round or second round, but they can never get to the conference finals or the finals with Tibbs, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that, Thibodeau won more games in the playoffs than, Vinny Negro and Scott Skiles did. But Scott Skiles and Vinny never had, Paul Gasol and, Jimmy Butler playing all-star level and Derrick Rose playing all-star level. I mean, Thibodeau's had better players than those guys had, so the expectations were higher, even though...
And another thing is, Jimmy Butler is a free agent this summer, so I don't know if he's going to resign the Bulls or go to a different team. If I was him... take a pay cut and re-sign with the Bulls. You got a great chemistry. You guys, great talent. Some of the guys are mostly young. The one guy is really old, in my eyes, is probably Paul Gasol.
Jimmy Butler is probably one of the reasons why Thibodeau got fired, because he was playing so many minutes that, Thibodeau's the management was probably thinking, we keep this guy, he's going to kill Jimmy Butler. And, he's only 25. They don't want his career being, shortened because, Thibodeau won't give him any rest.
Nope. None of them. Look, back in the day, when Phil was the Bulls head coach, when the Bulls clinched a playoff spot, home court advantage, they rushed the players, you know? When there's a blowout, they rest Jordan, they rest Pippen, they rest Rodman. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why this coach don't do it, but what I mentioned before in my other videos, my Facebook Live page, that he played the players too hard, too rough. That's why they got destroyed in the playoffs against Cleveland. They can't rebound very well. Noah, he was not really a factor against Cleveland, and I was very, very disappointed.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead.
He was a beast last year or the year before. Now this year he's not doing jack. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, he don't have to score a lot of points. He just needs a rebound,
Right.
So it just irritates me, It's like Rodman of the 90s in the 80s. You need to rebound. Maybe once in a while you can score, but you need a freaking rebound. Get those boards,
Right, yeah.
Get those loose balls. Make a great play, but I don't know what to tell you, Tony, but it just irritates me. I think the Bulls were a favorite to go far in the playoffs, right? Before Cleveland?
Well, see, once Kevin Love got injured, then all of a sudden the Bulls' chance of like getting past Cleveland, like, shot up and got better.
Oh yeah. So I don't know, just hopefully Bulls could do something in the offseason, make some wheeling dealing, maybe get some guys we'll need on the current roster. Maybe get some impact players. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm not too
Yeah,
sure. I know Bulls got 2 years left with Derrick Rose, so I don't know if Bulls gonna. They can't trade him because if they trade him, Bulls gotta still pay Derrick Rose the last 2 years of his current contract. So I don't know what's going to happen. And the NBA draft is going to come very shortly, so probably the Bulls going to screw that up like usual. But I think they have a good thing going. I think they should get rid of Kurt Heinrich. He's always freaking hurt. Um, I don't know who else they could keep.
yeah. Well, this is what they gotta do. They gotta play Tony Snell more minutes.
Yes.
Get Doug McDermott on the floor more.
I like Brooks. Brooks is a good player.
I don't know if Brooks can be back next year.
He might be gone. Probably want more money, and Bulls gonna say goodbye.
That's possible, yeah, because they signed him for like nothing, and now he might say like, "Well, I'm worth more than that. Pay me $2 million." And they're like, "Nope, we're not paying you $2 million."
It's the same. It's the same thing what happened to Nate Robinson when Rose got hurt the second time. Bulls let him go.
Yeah.
The following year he was out for the whole year, and Bulls had a chance to bring him back. And then I think Nate Robinson says, "Screw you, Bulls."
No, well, he wanted more money, and the Bulls said "Well, we got Rose back. I mean, we don't really need you that much. So here, we'll give you $500,000." And he's like, "No, I want a little more than that." Well, sorry, we're not gonna give you that much.
I think.
Same thing with DJ Augustine. DJ Augustine played good with the Bulls.
I know, and then he went to Oklahoma City. So see.
Yeah, it's because these guys are worthless, and then Thibodeau makes them look better, and then they're gonna want more money.
Yep.
So probably next year the Bulls will get another good point guard. And this they don't have Thibodeau anymore, so maybe this new point guard won't be that good. I don't know.
I don't know. It just makes me mad. Then, do you think this Tom Tibbs played the players too hard, or is it just all in the media?
Well, here's the thing about Tom Thibodeau. Everybody says, and I kind of agree with it. Problem with the Bulls is that with Tom Thibodeau, he treats every regular season game like it's Game 7 NBA Finals.
Oh.
So by the time they get to the playoffs, when every team's supposed to take it up to a second gear, the Bulls can't raise their level any higher because they're already playing it at second gear. So so every other team is raising their game, and the Bulls can't go any higher.
So you're trying to tell me they should not do that in the season? They should do it in the playoffs, correct?
Well, yeah, that's what the Spurs do. The Spurs rest their guys. They try to win, but the Spurs take it easy in the regular season, and by the time the playoffs starts, everybody's rested and healthy and ready to go, and they do pretty good in the playoffs usually.
Yeah. So because they rest Robinson, I mean not Robinson. That's back in the day of Spurs. Tim Duncan and all these veterans,
Yeah, Parker, Ginobili.
Yes, they're not gonna be in the league forever.
Leonard.
Yeah. That's what Bulls should learn.
Yeah. So I'm kind of 50-50 on this whole Thibodeau being fired thing. Part of me doesn't agree with it. Another part of me thinks maybe things would have been different if Thibodeau wasn't there. Maybe Fred Hoiberg could do a better job managing the minutes and getting the most out of the players.
Yeah, I wish there's a way we could get Phil back, but he's in New York upper management, and that's never gonna happen. Bulls should never let him go, and I think if Phil was still with us, I don't right now. I think he could teach his young guys, and that'd be great. Phil and Derrick Rose, that'd be a great duo.
Yeah, I don't think Phil wants to coach though. I think he's 70 years old now. I think the role he's in with the Knicks is what he prefers to do because it's he still gets to do basketball stuff, but it's less because being a head coach in the NBA is a 24-hour job.
Yep.
24 hours a day. Yeah, it's too much stress for a guy like Phil Jackson.
But if you think about it, Tony, Tibbs was the best coach since Phil. I know my viewers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, in playoff format and regular season and playoff, but he can never get to the damn finals. That really pissed me off.
Yeah, and you know what? He had the players, and you could say maybe if there's a different coach in there, they could have got better because they had the talent this year.
Yeah,
they could have made it.
If they get Fred Hoiberg, a former Bulls coach, former Bulls player, or any guy, it won't matter because they won't be as good as Tibbs or Phil. But if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I just hopefully Bulls will be smart. This summer to make some wheeling and dealing. I don't know what's gonna happen because I know they get tired of getting knocked out in the first round, second round. They want to beat Cleveland so bad. It's like a new rival of back in the day of Detroit Pistons.
Well, they just want to beat Woodward's team out LeBron's on.
Yeah, yep. And they can't beat LeBron. They can't. They can't not stop him. It remind me back in the day when Michael Jordan was the Bulls. Cleveland can never beat Bulls. It's like reverse now.
Yeah, someone said like how nobody could beat the Bulls. Like Patrick Ewing, Reggie Miller, Carmelo, none of them could beat the Bulls no matter how hard they try.
Yep.
And now the Bulls are experiencing it for themselves now. They can't beat LeBron.
Yeah,
now it's like the shoes on the air footer.
Yeah. That's the first time ever.
Yeah, the tail's been turned.
Yep. I don't know if Bulls gonna get another superstar like Jordan. Probably never. But they gotta do something. They gotta make some great moves.
Yeah. Maybe they'll draft somebody that's really good or something.
Yeah. Sign and trade or whatever. Because Chicago is a great place to play basketball. But it's not as good as the old days. But at least it's something.
Yeah.
But I think we're gonna end this on a high note. Go ahead and say your Twitter name again, Tony.
Yep. Follow me on Twitter at Tony Kager. I'm sure Ryder's going to put a link in the description.
Yep, I sure will. Okay, this is our thoughts about Tibbs and other discussions. So hopefully, both fans, hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully both will be better next year, and hopefully they go far deep in the playoffs. Maybe, just maybe, Tony, they could win the division next year.
Yeah, we'll see. Cleveland's going to be pretty good next year.
Yeah, you got a lot of good teams next year, but I don't know. The only reason we could win the division if LeBron is out for the year, but that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
So good night, my viewers, and we'll see you next podcast edition. You want to say good night for your viewers,
Yeah.
Tony?
Yeah. Good night. See you later.
Okay, peace out.